So we've done a real 180 on temperature, with the next 2 weeks looking very hot. If you've got wheat, barley, or oats at that 1 to 2 leaf stage right now, this forecast probably matters more than you might think. Here's what gets missed. People think that heat stress is more of a problem later on in the season. It's not. It actually starts right now. Wheat, barley, and oats, are cool season crops. So optimum temperatures during early development are around that 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, 50 to 59 Fahrenheit. We're looking at forecasted highs of 25 to 35 degrees Celsius or 77 to 95 Fahrenheit over the next 2 weeks. This is a fundamentally different environment than what these crops were built for. So how does this affect yield this early in the season? First off is your tiller numbers. Tillering starts around the third leaf and it determines how many heads you end up with. Heat during this window at which your 1 to 2 leaf crops are heading into reduces your tiller initiation and their survival. So fewer tillers equals fewer yields. Your yield ceiling is capped off before you even know it. The second factor is spikelets per head. So once the plant transitions from vegetative to reproductive, which is around the 4 to 5 leaf stage, it starts differentiating spikelets or deciding how many spikelets on each spike. For every 3 degrees above 16 or 5 above 65 Fahrenheit, your wheat produces 1 less spikelet per spike. So that's another capacity, a yield component gone. Of the 3 crops, barley probably reaches maximum spikelet potential the earliest versus wheat or oats. So our spring wheat season in Manitoba typically runs 90 to 100 days. That window is already tight. When it's really hot, wheat accelerates through development stages. It arrives at heading and flowering with less yield structure than we would see in a cooler year. So what can you do? There's not much we can do about temperature. Right now, moisture is our biggest buffer. With adequate moisture, plants can cool themselves 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. In dry soils, that's a mechanism that shuts off and then the heat runs way harder on your crops. So watch your soil moisture and watch your crop staging. Factor in what your available moisture levels and that compressed development window is going to mean for every input decision between now and harvest. At Antera, we're watching this closely through our Ag Weather Network. We're partnering with Crop Intelligence to monitor water-driven yield potential. We're layering in our insights benchmarking data and our scouting reports, crop staging to better understand what this weather actually means for your crops. So you gotta remember, if you don't measure it, you can't manage it. So chances are, if you like this content, other people that would be, please share it, like and subscribe, watch the rest of our socials. I'm Bernell Sabrin, and you're watching Antera Agronomy TV.